Robert Lay set to tack on the extra point for the Jackets. Josh Gibson to hold. He's got it down. The kick is up. It's a low line drive kick, but it gets through. Kind of a bad snap. Got the hold down, and a little bit of trouble for Robert Lay, but he gets it through. 11:43 to play first quarter. Jackets already on top. Denison 7, 11 next nothing. We're back with Yellow Jacket football in a moment on KIKM. Robert Lay set to kick it off for the Jackets. Back deep for the Academy, number 21, Cowan Hobson. Lay's kickoff end over end and deep. It's taken by Hobson at the 1 yard line. Out across the 5. Josh Gibson's back there already. And Hobson's taken down at about the 8 yard line. Daniel Vogel makes a stop for the Jackets. And Marine Military will set up shop first and 10 at their own, looks like about the 9.
I think that's the 14, it looks like.
Oh, I'm sorry, it is. Got them out across the 10 to the 14. And there's an official timeout.
I can't tell what's going on. Doesn't look like much. They're just changing balls out, looks like.
Setting the defense for the Jackets. We'll do it after this play. Across the front real quickly. Aaron Hunt, one of the defensive ends. Andrew Keener, Michael Phelps, the tackles. Chad White's going to throw. He's throwing he throws one deep. It was incomplete. Antoine Duncan on the coverage, intended for number 81, Reggie Battie. Just overthrows him a little bit. Just a quick drop. Marine Military Academy runs a wishbone offense, so you're probably not going to see them throw the ball a whole lot.
I tell you what, Kenny, that 81 Reggie Battie's a big old kid. He's 6'5", 190. He was towering over, who's that, Antoine Duncan on this side on that play.
Second down, 10 from the 14 yard line for the Marine Military Academy. This time it goes right up the middle. That's number 21, Cowan Hobson. He's got about 5 to the 20 yard line. We'll call it second down and 5. Excuse me, it's third down now. It's a long 4. By the way, Denison defense, I was sitting that a while ago. Other defensive ends, Adam Chaucho. Here's another handoff. Off the left side. Looks like it's going to be short of a first down, only gain of about a yard there. And the Academy's going to have to punt. Fourth down now for the Marine Military Academy. 10.5 minutes to play first quarter. Jackets already lead 7-0. And Antoine Duncan's going to be back deep to receive the punt. Elliott Campbell punts the football. Antoine Duncan takes it at the 48. He's got some room again into Military Academy territory. Finally run out of bounds at about the 37 yard line, and that's where Denison will take over first and 10.
All right. Well, Kenny, Denison's looking all right. They stopped them pretty good there on defense. They looked good in both scrimmage games we watched. They looked really good on defense, I thought. You know, we played, obviously, Plano East, which was a little bit bigger team, 5A school, but, you know, they gave up a few plays there, but overall, they looked pretty good.
And so far, that's how they're looking right now. First down and 10 for the Jackets from the Academy's 37-yard line. Full house backfield behind Terrence Riddick. Now there's some shifting, and Nick Bowers and Tim Brill would go out wide right. And they're going to fake to Robertson. Riddick wants to throw on first down. He's got Bilbrey open at the 30, 25-20. He's got some room, needs a block, and he's finally brought down inside the 10-yard line at about the 8. Nice throw and catch from Terrence Riddick to Tim Bilbrey. Finally brought down by Ryan Stout inside the 10-yard line.
Kenny, we saw a lot of passing the last two games too. The end of last season in the playoffs, Terrence Riddick started throwing the ball a lot more, and definitely in the preseason, I'd say they were throwing the ball a lot more than they did last year.
30-yard pickup on the pass and catch. 9:50 to play. First quarter, Jackets already lead 7-0. And they do come out throwing on first down. First and goal, Denison from the 7. Full house backfield behind Riddick. Pitch out left side. Robertson finds a hole. He's inside the 5. Stacked up at about the 4. First one in to make the stop is Randy Liebert. And it's going to be second down and goal. A pickup of 3 there for Robertson. Clock running with 9:14 to play first quarter. 7-0 Jackets and knocking on the door again.
They didn't do too much knocking the first time.
And they're going to fake it to Robertson. They want to throw. They've got Aaron Hunt wide open in the back of the end zone. He comes down with it, but he was out of bounds.
I think Terrence Riddick could have had his choice of people there.
Well,
Tim Bilbrey was wide open.
Tim Bilbrey was wide open. If he throws to Bilbrey, it's a piece of cake. Bilbrey was open over there on in the left side of the end zone. Aaron Hunt was in the back, and I think he had to throw it over a few people to try to get it to Hunt. He had Bilbrey wide open. If Bilbrey's man had fallen down. Nevertheless, it's third down and goal for Denison from the 4. Antoine Duncan set up as a wing. And Riddick's going to keep it again. He wants to throw. He's under some pressure. He's tripped up and he fumbles the football. No, he was down. He had put the ball down on the ground. And they mark him down there all the way back at the 14-yard line. That's a loss of 10 for Terrence Riddick.
Well, that was a design rollout left.
Well,
faked the pitch to the right and was going to roll out left with it, but it looks like obviously the protection just broke down and collapsed on him, and he didn't have anywhere to go.
Took it a little while to develop. Robert Lay is going to try a field goal. It's going to be from 32 yards out. We'll call it 31. Holds down. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it is right down the middle. Robert Lay, a 32-yard field goal. And with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter, it's Denison 10, the Marine Military Academy nothing. We're back with Yellow Jacket football in a moment. This is KIKU. And, okay, did we miss something here? Was there a flag down on the field goal? Okay, illegal participation against the Leathernecks. I don't know what they were doing there. Nevertheless, they're going to move it up 5, and Robert Lay is going to kick off from the 45 instead of the 40. 10-0. Jackets lead this ball game. 8:10 to play. First quarter from Munson Stadium. Thanks for tuning in to Yellow Jacket football on kick 'em. High end over end kick. Sells about 7 yards deep in the end zone. Hobson takes it. He's going to bring it out. He's out across the 10 to the 15, and he's brought down right there. And there's a fumble, but the Marine Military Academy gets back on it. On the tackle for the Jackets, number 35, Bashari Turner. And also Adam Chaucho, number 20, in on the stop for the Jackets. And it'll be 1st and 10, Marine Military Academy at their own 16-yard line.
Well, if the Leathernecks want to get back in this deal, Kenny, they're going to have to put something together here a little bit more than they did last time. Of course, they're going to have to go through the big black defense out here, black and gold.
By the way, the rest of that Jacket defense we didn't get a chance to set earlier for you. Antoine Duncan and Jamal Hull, the cornerbacks. Linebackers are Bilbrey, Paul Howard, and Josh Gibson. Ronnie Braxton is the safety. Daniel Vogel, the rover. Chad White's going to keep this one himself. Looks like he might have been trying to throw the ball. Never really pulled it back, though, Jay. Josh Gibson makes the stop after a loss of 2 on the play by Chad White. That was kind of strange looking, Jay. Chad White looked like he didn't really want to do anything.
Well, there. I think it may have been a broken play because it looked like they were going to run the option the way the running backs took off, but Chad White obviously wasn't going to run the option.
Arthur O'Shea split out wide left for the Academy, and they blow the play dead as soon as the ball was given to Timothy Lavoie. Got a dead ball foul, illegal procedure against the Academy, so that'll back them up 5. And this drive not starting too well for them either, Jay.
No, it really isn't. They've had a couple penalties already tonight, and that was kind of untypical of them last year because, they're a military academy. They're supposed to be highly disciplined and mentally tough, but obviously a couple mental mistakes tonight has put them in the hole early.
Going to be 2nd down 17 for the Leathernecks from their own 9-yard line. Again, Arthur O'Shea split out wide left. They give the ball right up the middle, and a host of Jackets in on the stop right at the line of scrimmage. Josh Gibson looked like the first one there, as well as Ronnie Braxton right at the line of scrimmage. So we'll call it no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 17. I'm sorry, we're going to give them a gain of 1 there. 3rd and 16 now from their own 10. This is kind of like we saw with Brownwood last year in the playoffs, Jay. Marine Military Academy's gotten behind early, and they run this bit of a wishbone offense, and it's hard to climb out of this hole when you're down early. This time they've got twins split out wide left, and Chad White wants to throw. 3-step drop, nowhere to go. He's going to have to roll left. Now he throws, and incomplete. Overthrown. It was intended for number 81, Reggie Battie, and he had him. He had just kind of beaten Jamar Hull just a little bit. But Chad White overthrows him a little bit, and the Academy's going to have to punt again.
He's not going to have to, beat Jamal Hull by much because he's 6'5", this Reggie Battie. I said that a while ago, and Jamal Hull, I don't have a height on him, but he ain't 6'5".
No. DeJuan Gentry and Antoine Duncan standing back at the Academy 45-yard line. Barely gets the punt away. Jackets almost block it. Gentry's got it at the 46. He's coming out wide. And a nice play there by Marine Military Academy number 5, Charles Aiken-Yemi. Gentry, matter of fact, loses about 2 on that return as he was trying to get around Aiken-Yemi. What? Aiken-Yemi, you're making fun of it?
No, I'm not making fun of it at all.
It's just strange. At least we're not calling them all cadet.
Yes, they should be pleased with that.
Yeah. 6 minutes, 9 seconds to play first quarter. Jackets already with a 10-0 lead over the Leathernecks, and they've got it 1st and 10 at the Marine Military Academy 48-yard line. Antoine Duncan split out wide right, 2 tight ends, offset eye behind Terrence Riddick. Robertson dots that eye. Ronnie Braxton, the fullback, comes in motion. Chris Robertson gets it, pitch left. He's got some room up across the 45 to about the 42-yard line. A pickup of 5 for Robertson. Number 31, Benjamin Jacobs on the stop for the Leathernecks.
I tell you what, it's something to watch when that train comes around the corner like that because they just killing these guys. They just run and plumb over them. Ronnie Braxton just creamed on number 14, Ryan Stout, on that play. Just knocked him about 5 yards backwards.
We'll give Robertson a gain of 6 on that one. 2nd down and 4. Tim Brilbury set up in a slot on the right side. They're going to hand it to Robertson. Off tackle to the left. He's got some room inside the 40. Stays on his feet, breaks a tackle, and he's hit hard at about the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down at about the, actually they're going to put the ball right about on the 35. Gain of 7 there for Chris Robertson, but a Yellow Jacket 1st down. Jackets quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Nick Bauer split out wide right. Antoine Duncan wide to the left offset eye behind Terrence Riddick. Pitch out right side. Robertson. Jackets now running the ball. They got some room inside the 25 to the 20 and down to about the 15-yard line before Cowan Hobson brings him down there. They're marking him down at the 14, and the Jackets, though, will come back. Didn't see the yellow. And the flag is down. Got some holding against Denison. And they'll bring them back 10.
Well, there's no question the hole was a large one.
Yeah, it was a 20-yard pickup for Robertson. Nullify that and bring it back. And they bring it back 10, so the Jackets will have 1st and 20 now at the Marine Military Academy 45-yard line.
Tim Bilbrey and Michael Pugh checking into the game here.
Bilbrey is split out wide right. 2 tight ends. Michael Pugh, one of those. Ronnie Braxton comes in motion. They fake it to Robertson. Riddick's going to throw to his left. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught. No, it's incomplete. Michael Pugh was wide open at the 20-yard line and just couldn't hang on to it, Jay. Right in his hands. We saw that a couple of times last week as well against the Plano East at the scrimmage.
Right. Terrence Riddick's arm is looking really good. He's winging that ball downfield on a rope, and he's just missing. You know, if he gets it there, that's all he has to do, but the guys have to pull it in.
Still munching on my steak fingers from Dairy Queen.
Oh, my.
2nd down and 20. Jackets going with 4 receivers and nobody in the backfield. Shane Yearden is split out as a wide receiver. This is just a strange formation the Jackets run. They got 3 men to the top. They throw it over the middle. It's incomplete, but there's flags down before the play.
I'm going to guess that they had too many people on the line, or not enough people on the line with the lineup they had. That's going to be my guess for what happened there, Kenny.
Well, they've run that formation before, Jay. And they just called a false start against the Jackets. Maybe someone just moved a little early.
Well, I guess maybe I was wrong, but usually when you get some of those strange, the strange formations like that, you have a tendency to make an error on those because you don't run them all the time like you do your normal set situations.
Well, the Jackets are killing themselves now. Ball on the midfield stripe, 2nd down and 25 for the Jackets. They need the 25 for a 1st down. Full house backfield, now some shifting, and Duncan and Jamal Hall go out wide right. Offset eye behind Terrence Riddick. And he's going to fake it to Robertson. He's going to throw. Riddick tries to dump it off on the screen pass to Robertson, but he didn't have time. Number 55 was in his face. That's Augustin Perez, 5'11", 190 pounds, and a sophomore. 3rd and 25 for the Jackets. Nobody in the backfield. Terrence Riddick in the shotgun. And he's going to do a little shuttle pass. Ronnie Braxton, he's got room, 45-40, but he's brought down from behind. Matter of fact, fumbles the football. I think he got it back.
He was down, I think.
On the stop was number 45, Greg James. And it's going to be a 4th down for the Jackets. Gain of 12 there on the play, on the pass from Riddick to Ronnie Braxton.
Nifty little play, hadn't seen that one yet.
Yeah, a little shuttle pass out of the shotgun formation. Michael Pugh in to punt the football away. Back deep is Cowan Hobson. He's standing back at his own 15-yard line, snaps back. Pugh gets one off the side of his foot. Rolls out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Looked like me off the tee box once in a while. I think he was trying to go for the corner, was Michael Pugh, and went a little more off the side of the foot than he wanted.
All intentions were good. Directional punting's hard to do. It is hard to do. I punted when I was in school, Kenny, and woo, it was not fun. Most people just take it for granted until you boot one.
Reggie Batiste split out wide right for the Academy. Chad White gives it right up the middle, and oh man, running over some people is number 45, Greg James. He's got what looks to be a 1st down out across the 36-yard line.
And he's like a little tank. He's 5'10", 244 pounds.
Paul Howard finally makes the stop. Gain of 11.
Well, that was their first down of the game.
Gain of 11 for Greg James running over people, but he's 5'10", 250 pounds. That's why he runs over people. 1st and 10 from their own 36 for the Leathernecks. 3:01 to play. 1st quarter. Jackets lead 10-0. They give it to James again. Or excuse me, that's Hobson, Cowan Hobson. Paul Howard makes the stop again after a pickup of only 1 for Hobson. It'll be 2nd and 9. Derek McDade in defensively for the Jackets over here at the left corner. Timothy Lavoie goes in motion. And then Hobson gets the football. He's got some room running left. Gain of about 10 all the way to about the 47-yard line, and another Leatherneck first down. Pickup of 10 there.
All of a sudden, they got something going on, looks like.
Now the Jackets bringing in some other people defensively to get some people some breaks. Ronnie Braxton playing both ways, and he's coming out now. DeJuan Gentry will check in at free safety. Timothy Lavoie split out wide right. They run the option. Pitch out, Calvin Hobson. Daniel Vogel up to make the stop after a pickup of about 3 for Hobson. Aaron Hunt also in on the stop for the Jackets. It'll be second down and 7 for the Leathernecks. Gets inside Denison territory.
Pretty big turnout for the first game of the season out here. The stands are full on our side of the field, and you're right, you got about half the stands full on the student section over there. So, you know, maybe we should just have a little challenge for the students this year to come on out.
I'm trying. Looks like we got a timeout. The Academy, I think, here calls it a timeout.
We're coming back off the Leatherneck timeout here. A second down, and it looks like about 7 to me.
Yeah, second 7. I can't quit eating these steak fingers.
Take them away, Mike. Get them out of here.
Chad White up under center for the Leathernecks. Long snap count. He's going to give it right up the middle. That's the big man, 250-pound Greg James. He gets a couple right up the middle. Aaron Hunt, first one in on the stop after a gain of a couple. It's going to be third down and 5 for the Academy. Got to dance a little. Third down and 5 for the Marine Military Academy. Offset eye behind Chad White. Pitch out left side. Could be enough for a first down. The Jacket defense closes it up about a yard short. That was number 5, Charles Akinyemi on the carry. He picks up about 4 to the Jacket 44. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Tim Bilbrey, first one in on the stop for the Jackets. And I think the Academy is just going to go for it here, Jay.
I think they're going to need to. This is the best field position they've had all night, and they haven't really been able to get anything going until this drive. And if they're going to stay in the game, they're going to need to do something soon.
This will be the last play of the first quarter if they even get this one off. 5 seconds with the clock running. Fourth down and 1, and they move. It's going to be 4th and 6.
I'm thinking they're going to be punting now.
84, David Foster, the tight end.
As they bring the punt team in here.
Yeah. Probably a good idea now. Moving them back 5 yards, and it'll be 4th down. And that is the end of the first quarter at Munson Stadium. Antoine Duncan returns the kickoff, 89 yards to start the ball game. And that got our scoring going. Robert Lay has also kicked a 32-yard field goal. And your Denison Yellow Jackets lead the Marine Military Academy Leathernecks 10-0. We're going to the second quarter. This is Denison Yellow Jacket football on 101.7 KIKM. Back in punt formation is number 41, Elliott Campbell, DeJuan Gentry, and Antoine Duncan back deep for the Jackets. And Gentry's going to take it at about the 12-yard line, running straight up mid, 20, 25, and steps out of bounds at about the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark him. Augustin Perez knocks him out of bounds at the 30, and the Jackets will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Right, that looked like about an 18-yard return there. If I can add.
Well, you know, you're pretty good at that. 11:50 to play second quarter. Jackets lead 10-0. Two tight ends here for the Jackets. Antoine Duncan set up as a wing, and they're going to give it to Chris Robertson running left. He's hit hard after a pickup of only a couple. First one in on the stop was Kenneth Spencer, number 11.
He looks like quite a player. He's made several plays tonight already, and another pretty good-sized kid. He's, what, 6'1", 264? Maybe
big boys.
Maybe he's one of those 20-year-old fellas out there.
Second down and 8 for the Jackets at their own 32-yard line. Again, Antoine Duncan set up as a wing, and they're going to give it on the inside, reverse to Antoine Duncan. Flag down, but Duncan's got some room. He's got lots of room all the way across midfield to the 49-yard line, but again, there is a flag down in the Jacket backfield, and they'll probably bring this one back. Holding, Denison. And
is that our second holding penalty we've got tonight?
That's the second holding penalty, both of them on pretty good gains.
We've just kind of started stagnating here a little bit, Kenny, since the big kickoff return to start the game. We really haven't done too much.
Yeah, not a whole lot. Of course, that second possession, Jackets take it all the way down to the 7. Had to end up settling for a 32-yard field goal after a sack. 10:56 to play with clock running, second quarter, 10-0 Jackets. Tim Bilbrey split out wide left, offset eye behind Terrence Riddick with two tight ends. Chris Robertson dots that eye on 2nd and 20. Riddick's going to throw back across the field. It's incomplete. It was tipped. Another one of those big old boys, Jonathan Chapman. He's 6'3", got in the face of Terrence Riddick. They were trying a little tight end screen pass back across the field to Aaron Hunt. Looked like it was set up pretty nicely if that ball wasn't tipped.
I was going to say, if they connect on that one, that goes for some yards, because he had open and he had blockers out in front of him. And nothing but green yard to run through.
Riddick now 2 out of 5 throwing the football. Third down and 20 from the 20 for the Jackets. Nick Bauer split out wide left with Antoine Duncan in the slot. They're going to give it to Robertson off tackle. He breaks one tackle, and that's about it. Oh, it's about the 21. Again, that's Kenneth Spencer on the stop. We'll give him a gain of 2 yards to the 22-yard line. And it's going to be fourth down for the Jackets, and Michael Pugh in to punt the football away. Yeah, Jay, Jackets seem to have lost a step. Maybe you got a little lackadaisical here since they came out and scored some early points. But again, we talked about it. This is not too shabby of a football team. Michael Pugh punts this football away, a little better this time on the punt. Gets it to the sidelines, kicks it out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. .30-yard punt from Michael Pugh, and the Marine Military Academy will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 48. 9:58 to play second quarter, 10-0. Denison leads this ball game. And I mean, Jay, we've talked about it from the get-go. These guys are big, and you're not going to be able to just dominate them on the line of scrimmage.
Right, and they didn't last year either.
Right.
You know, it was a close game last year, and it could turn into that again.
1st and 10. Leathernecks from their own 48. Jackets with 5 men up front. Chad White looking to pitch and no one to pitch it to. As a host of Jackets bringing down Andrew Keener. First one in on the stop for the Jackets.
That play to me, Kenny, just looked like it was too jumbled up. The players looked like they were too close together. They weren't spread out enough to run the option properly. I mean, they were shoulder to shoulder coming around the corner there. Chad White, he'd have handed off instead of pitched.
Gain of 2 there for Chad White. Be 2nd down and 8. Timothy Lavoie is split out wide right for the Leathernecks. Pitch out left side. That's Hobson. He's looking for somewhere to go. He just puts on the brakes, turns his shoulders, and squeezes his way for about 3 yards. Andrew Keener again on the stop for the Jackets.
You know, it's hard when you pitch out and run to the short side of the field like that, Kenny. It's really hard to get get around the corner, because if you don't really get a good block right off the bat, you're not going to make it around the corner like that.
Third down and about 5.5 for the Leathernecks in Jacket territory at the 48-yard line. Barry Hairston split out wide right. Wishbone look behind Chad White. White wants to throw a 3-step drop. Now he's just going to step it up and run it. Puts a move on Paul Howard, who falls down. White's got a first down inside the 40, 35. Finally ran out of bounds at the 35 at the 34-yard line by Jamal Hull. But not before he picks up almost 15.
Yeah, I think that was a free play anyway. It looked like Denison may have jumped off sides. But I tell you what, number 50, Michael Bennett, put some kind of block on Ronnie Braxton downfield and really turned the corner for him, let him get around there for the extra yardage.
8:22 to play second quarter, and it was offsides against Denison, so it was a free play. But we'll go ahead and give Chad White 15 yards, and it is now first and 10 from the 34 for the Leathernecks.
Well, that was their biggest play of the game, for sure so far. And boy, if they get in to score, Kenny, that's gonna, that turns the tide a little bit here, going into the close to halftime.
Lavoie comes in motion from right to left, pitch out left side. That's Hobson looking for some room. Not any there. Tim Bilbrey's got him in the backfield. A loss of 3 for Cowan Hobson. And there's another flag down.
Oh, Tim Bilbrey just took his jacket, or jacket's jersey.
Well, yeah.
Took it and yanked him down.
Bilbrey not the biggest guy on the Jacket squad, and against some of these guys from the Marine Military Academy, you got to use whatever it'll take. Waiting on the call from referee. Legal motion against the Academy. Jackets will decline it. Smith Holder, our referee tonight. So the Jackets will take the loss of, we'll call it a loss of 4, and it'll be second down and 14 for the Marine Military Academy at the Jacket 38-yard line. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Second quarter, 10-0. Denison leads the Leathernecks. Offset eye behind Chad White. Barking out the signals, and there's some movement on the left side. That's number 56, Adrian Patton, jumped a little bit before the snap, and the Marine Military Academy will go back 5 more. And Jay, you talked about this earlier, how they didn't seem to have many penalties last year. They were real disciplined, and tonight they just don't seem to have the same type of discipline they had a year ago.
No, and I said it, earlier tonight, that it's really strange because they are supposedly a disciplined organization, and that's their deal down there, and I don't know how many penalties they've got tonight. 4 so far. That's a lot for the first quarter and a half of the game.
I think all 4 of them have been just mental mistakes.
Right.
Jumping off sides. Nevertheless, second down and 19 from the Denison 43-yard line. Chad White, 7-step drop, looking to throw, goes across the middle. It's incomplete, underthrown, intended for number 1, Jonathan Chapman. Ronnie Braxton on the coverage for Denison. Chad White just underthrew him a little bit. Braxton had pretty good coverage, though.
Yeah, it looked like he was underthrown and behind him a little bit.
It'll be third down and 19 now for the Leathernecks.
Well, they're in a position now where they're going to have to keep throwing the ball if they're going to try to get back into this deal before halftime. They really can't afford to give Denison the ball back. If Denison puts some more points on before halftime, it's going to be hard to beat in the second half.
Hairston and Lavoie split out as twins to the left side. Offset eye behind Chad White. 3-step drop. Now he's going to hand it on the draw play. That's Cowan Hobson. Absolutely nowhere to go. Michael Phelps was in there. He doesn't make the tackle, but he causes the problem. Aaron Hunt and Andrew Keener make the stop for the Jackets after a pickup of only maybe 1 yard for Hobson.
1 or 2.
Actually, we'll give him no gain. Officially no gain there for Cowan Hobson, and it's going to be fourth down, and they'll have to punt the football away again.
And that was a great job by the Denison defense. It was definitely a passing situation, and they stood in there for the draw and caught it. DeJuan Gentry, along with Antoine Duncan, back deep to receive the punt, and they're going to kick it away from Gentry this time, let it bounce, and he finally gets away with it, and the Academy jumps on it at about the 13-yard line. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
Offset eye behind Terrence Riddick. 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Fake it to Robertson. Riddick wants to throw right over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Nick Bowers at about the 30-yard line. Had him open again. Just let him a little too much on that one.
Rifled it out there, and he was just too much for him. A little bit out of his reach, but he was wide open. I think, Kenny, you give them a little bit more time back there, and they're going to start connecting on some of these long passes like that.
Well, we threw a lot last week at the scrimmage against Plano East, but we weren't necessarily expecting them to come out tonight and throw the football so much. But Riddick now 2 out of 6 throwing the football. So just a little more practice, he'll get that percentage up. 2 tight ends for the Jackets here. And they hand it right up the middle this time. Looks like Bashari Turner with the carry.
When you say Riddick's 2 out of 6, Kenny, that may not seem like a lot of attempts. But I guarantee you last year, after a quarter and a half, he didn't have 6 attempts. Probably after the first game and a half, he may not have had 6 attempts last year.
Gain of 2 for Bashari Turner, first time he's got a carry this season. 3rd down and 8 from the 15. Duncan and Jamal Hull split out wide right. Offset eye behind Terrence Riddick from the 15-yard line. Fake on the counter to Robertson. Screen pass. Turner looking for some room. Got a man there. He's got to get past. Breaks a tackle. Trying to break another tackle, finally brought down at about the 23-yard line, just short of a first down. Pickup of about 7. Nice looking screenplay. Turner just didn't have quite enough to get to first down.
You know, it looked like Turner overran his blockers a little bit on the screen. He got a little bit outside of him, and he made a nice cut back inside to get back behind him and pick up the extra yards.
Nicholas Calhoun on the stop for the Marine Military Academy, and Michael Pugh standing back at his 10 to punt the football away. Cowan Hobson back deep for the Academy. Pugh's punt away. This is a good one. Spiraling punt. Going to bounce at about the 45, take a jacket roll inside the 40, all the way down to the 41-yard line. Nice punt from Michael Pugh that time. 41-yard punt from Michael Pugh, and the Academy will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Well, that was a lot better punt.
Oh, yeah.
than the first one we saw. That first one, but he's had 2 good ones after that, a 30-yarder and a 41-yarder. What we have here, 5:10 to play.
5:10 the first half.
Right.
Jackets lead 10-0 at halftime. Of course, we'll have the Touch of Gold marching band. Also, a report from the Denison Yellow Jacket Booster Club we'll give you at halftime. 1st and 10, Marine Military Academy. Hobson goes in motion from left to right. They're at their own 36-yard line. Chad White fumbles the football on the snap. It's still loose, and the Jackets have recovered the football. Jackets get the turnover at the 29-yard line. 28, Daniel Vogel gets on it, and Jay, it kind of looked, that was strange. Chad White fumbled the football.
Looked like a little rugby going on down there, and then the pill just popped out, and they made it right on there. It did. I don't know what they call that in rugby, Kenny. I don't even remember what that is called.
Oh, heck. You're going to
I don't know. I'm going the wrong way. But we got football happening here. So
Chad White just didn't look like he didn't want to get back on it. He was scared.
Scared chicken.
That's right. 1st and 10 from inside the 30-yard line for the Jackets. Full house backfield behind Riddick. And Riddick fumbles the snap. He picks it up, though, and just runs forward for about 3 yards to the 26.
I don't know if that was running or if he got knocked forward. It was a little of both, probably.
That's more like it.
At least we got the ball back that time.
Nevertheless, Riddick gains 3 yards on it. It'd be 2nd down and 7. Jay, this is one the Jackets need to punch in here before halftime.
Yes.
The way the Denison defenses look so far tonight. Put another touchdown up before halftime. 2nd down and 7 from the 27-yard line. Riddick's going to fake it. He's going to roll a little to his right, and he's going to throw. It's incomplete, intended for Ronnie Braxton at about the 21-yard line. A little pass out into the flat to Braxton. Underthrown a little bit, but Braxton probably should have made the catch.
Nobody around him. Yeah, he should have made the catch. That puts him now at 2 out of 7. 3 of 8. 3 of 8 for 57 yards, but 3 of 8 and how many drops? We're talking about at least 2 drops that I can think of. So 4 drops. So I mean, he's throwing the ball accurately. He's just not. His receivers just need to get a grip on the ball, get a little of that stick-em going they used to allow.
3rd and 7 from the 27. There's flags down before the play.
The Jackets are clapping. Looks like it may be on the Leathernecks here.
Offsides against the Marine Military Academy, so they'll move it up 5, and now the Jackets will have 3rd down and about 2. Moves them up to the 22-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Jackets from the Marine Military Academy, 22-yard line. 2 tight ends and a full house backfield behind Riddick. Ronnie Braxton and Paul Howard, or excuse me, Josh Gibson set up as the fullbacks. Chris Robertson's got this one, breaks a tackle inside the 15, inside the 10, to the 5, breaks another tackle, Yellow Jacket touchdown, Chris Robertson from 22 yards. Broke about 4 tackles to get there, but he does it, and the Jackets take a 16-0 lead.
That was a nice bit of running by Chris Robertson there, Kenny. He got a hard hit at the line of scrimmage, and it was hit hard again about 5 yards downfield. Made a couple nice spins and jukes and cuts and dove into the end zone for a nice TD.
Well, and Jane, that's about the first time we've really seen Robertson turn loose. Here early, he's carried the ball a few times, but that's the first time we've really seen anything exciting out of Chris Robertson, and of course we're expecting a lot out of him this year. Robert Lay to tack on the extra point, Josh Gibson to hold. Andrew Keener's snap is back, it's a little low, Gibson puts it down, Lay's kick is up, and it's right down the middle. 4:13 to play, first half. Denison 17, Marine Military Academy nothing. We're back with Yellow Jacket football in a moment. This is 101.7 KIKM. How are you? Hasn't really had the opportunity that we've had, seen him have in the past. Robert Lay to kick it off. High, end over end. Man, oh man, Robert Lay looks good. It's taken at the 1-yard line. That's Hobson. He's out across the 15, breaks 1 tackle. Finally brought down at about the 19-yard line. 18-yard return. Adam Chaucho, first one in on the stop, as well as Daniel Vogel. And the Marine Military Academy will set up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Cowan Hobson, leading rusher so far for the Marine Military Academy. He's carried the ball 9 times for 20 yards. 4:02 left to play, first half. Denison leads 17-0. Arthur O'Shea split out wide left for the Academy. Wishbone look. They're going to give it to number 22, Timothy Lavoie, and absolutely nowhere to go.
The whole Denison Yellow Jacket defense was there that time. Michael Pugh, Paul Howard.
We'll credit the stop to Paul Howard. He looked to be the first one there. Aaron Hunt also in on the stop. Michael Phelps helping out a little bit.
Did I say Michael Pugh? I meant Michael Phelps. I don't know what I was thinking there.
I knew that's what you meant. Duh.
Kenny's infected me with this sickness here.
Second down 14 at their own 15-yard line for the Academy. Split backs this time behind Chad White, barking out the signals. 5-step drop, looking to throw, going deep across the middle, and it's complete. That's Reggie Battie. He's got it at midfield all the way down to the Jacket 38-yard line. Molly Hull on the stop. He was on the coverage.
I tell you, that was a nice play, Kenny. That was a tight spiral. Beautiful pass, led him perfectly, and the old 6'5" Reggie Battie was going to come down with that ball if he got to him. They've been open with it a couple times, and then the throw's not been there. But I just kind of had a feeling they were going to connect on at least one of those tonight.
47-yard gain from Chad White to Reggie Battie. And now the Leathernecks inside Jacket territory at the 38-yard line.
That was their first completion of the night. Thanks to Mike Bennett, keeping those great stats for us back there.
Harrison split out wide left, wishbone look. They're going to hand it to Hobson. He's got a little bit of room on the right side. Gain of about 2. Daniel Vogel on the stop for the Jackets. Gain of 2 there for Hobson. It'll be second down and 8. 2.5 minutes to play first half, 17-0. Jackets lead. Antoine Duncan returned the opening kickoff 89 yards. Robert Lay kicks a 32-yard field goal. And Chris Robertson with a 22-yard touchdown run, and the Jackets lead this ball game 17-0. Hobson going in motion from left to right. And there's a flag down. Had some movement early. Right tackle over there, that's Justin Terveen. Looked like he jumped a little bit, and Marine Military Academy looks like they'll back up 5 more.
Again, they start, they get a roll going, Kenny, and they shoot themselves in the foot. As they say, the 6th penalty for 35 yards tonight so far. Kenny.
Buddy, they're cold now, too.
They got E. coli going around and stuff, but, it's just, it's cooked. It looks good, but, it's been sitting out for an hour or two now. And I'm telling you.
2 minutes, 3 seconds to play until halftime. 17-0 Jackets lead. The Leathernecks take a timeout. We'll take one with them. 2nd and 13 for the Academy. Chad White, 5-step drop, looking to throw. He's going deep. And there's a flag down.
That's going to be on Jamal Hull there.
Jamal Hull's having some trouble. That ball would not have been caught either, Jay, I don't believe. Arthur O'Shea was the intended receiver.
That's what the Denison coaches are saying, that ball was uncatchable. I think that's what they're discussing, looks like.
Smith Holder, our referee tonight. We'll get the call from him.
They're either saying that or there's some gnats out there.
But they are going to say it is pass interference against Jamal Hull and the Yellow Jackets, so they'll move the football 15 yards.
Well, I think that's a good call. He pretty much tackled him.
Pretty much. Minute 56 to play first half, 17-0 Jackets. Lavoie split out wide right, Harrison wide left. Excuse me, that's Batiste split out wide left. Offset eye behind Chad White. 5-step drop. He's under some pressure. Now he's going to tuck it under and run. Not a whole lot there. Might get back to the line of scrimmage about the 26. Paul Howard, first one in on the stop, as well as Josh Gibson. We'll call it a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11. So credit Paul Howard there with a sack on that one.
Well, Kenny, what do you think that the Leathernecks need to do here? I mean, obviously they need to get it in the end zone, but how do you think the best way for them to do it is?
Well, I think the best thing to do is get Reggie Batiste split out wide against Jamal Hull again. Hull's not the experienced cornerback for the Jackets.
Plus, the height advantage that Batiste has is unbelievable.
What's going on here?
I think they were doing half the team was going to go on hut 1, the other half was going to go on hut 2.
The ball wasn't snapped, but the whole right side of the offensive line for the Leathernecks moves, as well as Chad White. He came out from under center.
Well, I think I know what they're going to be doing next week in Harlingen.
Lots of running.
You betcha. They're going to be working on the mental aspect of this game.
2nd down and 16 now. They got the ball at the 32-yard line in the Academy. Just taking their own sweet time, Jay, as the clock's ticking down to 54 seconds now. Wishbone behind Chad White. And he's going to pitch it this time. Hobson's got a little bit of room. Across the 30, down to the 20. Down about the 16-yard line. Good pickup there by Cowan Hobson. Does not get out of bounds, so it's a hurry-up offense now. Now the clock is stopped.
Call the timeout there.
As Marine Military Academy does call a timeout here, that ball is at the 15-yard line. That's a 16-yard pickup. Biggest play they had before that, Jay, was 5 yards on the rush. Of course, that's the longest run they've had tonight, 16 yards. 38 seconds to play, 2nd quarter. Chad White's going to throw a 2-step drop. Now he's going to roll to his right, looking for somewhere. And it is incomplete. Nice defensive play by the Jackets. Was intended for Reggie Batiste in the end zone. Ronnie Braxton on the coverage, as well as Antoine Duncan. And Jay, I didn't think there was any reason he wasn't going to catch that football.
I'll tell you what I think happened is Jonathan Chapman, I think, was actually the one who hit him. Number 1 for the Leathernecks actually ran right into him and knocked the ball out of Batiste's hands. You know, well, yeah, we'll credit the Jacket defense with that play, but whoa, look out there. Jonathan Chapman, if it's not for you, don't get in the way.
Well, I tell you what I'd do, though. If I'm the Marine Military Academy, I'd try the same play maybe
you bet
3 times in a row.
I'm thinking you going on 4 downs for the end zone on this deal here.
Reggie Battie out there at 6'5", kind of towers over everybody. Chad White, 5-step drop. He's throwing it to the end zone. Incomplete. There's a flag down. Antoine Duncan on the coverage. The helmet comes off over there. That was intended for number 82, Barry Hairston. He's 6'4".
That's what they're doing. They're just putting these towering guys out there on our shorter guys and letting them do a jump ball, basically. They've done it twice here now, and I wouldn't doubt we see something similar, you know, maybe to the other side this time.
We'll see what this flag is. Was it legal man downfield? I didn't even catch his signal there. Yeah, legal man downfield. Yeah. And that's a loss of down.
That hurt.
Yeah. 25 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, Reggie Battie is in the game, so I would.
Makes it 3rd down and 15 for the Leathernecks at the Denison 20-yard line. Battie as well as Lavoie split out wide right, offset eye behind Chad White. The Leatherneck quarterback, White, 3-step drop. Now he's going to run. Looks like a quarterback draw. Now he's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Josh Gibson breaks up the pass.
That was about the worst looking play I've seen tonight, Kenny. I don't know what in the heck that was.
Well, there's a flag down. Calvin Hobson was the intended receiver.
It's looking like it's going against the Leathernecks, the way that everybody's moving backwards down there. But Kenny, that play was, I mean, they need to be going for the end zone and 1st downs and stuff here. I mean, it was 3rd and 15 there, and he took about a 5-step drop, tiptoed back up towards the line of scrimmage and kind of threw it out there like a
shot put.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, same call, legal receiver downfield for the Leathernecks.
They need to put some ankle weights on these linemen to keep them from moving downfield, maybe.
And another loss of down, so it'll be 4th down and 20.
Hey,
and it looks like Chad White will probably just loft this one in the air. I think he needs to take about a 20-step drop, get back to about the 40 and see if he can just throw one that far. Reggie Battie is split out wide left, Lavoie wide right, offset eye behind Chad White from the 30-yard line. He's going to roll to his right, and Aaron Hunt and Josh Gibson are there. Josh Gibson trying to just run him into the ground. Gets a little help. Daniel Vogel will be the one credited with the sack as Josh Gibson couldn't hang on to him. But nonetheless, a huge loss.
Wow.
The clock is running all the way down to 0, but that really should not have been halftime since that was 4th down.
Well, the yard marker had 3rd down, but hey, it's halftime. They're leaving the field, so we're going to call it the half.
That's right. A loss of 8 on that play. Credit Daniel Vogel with the sack, and we are at halftime at Munson Stadium. Denison leads the Marine Military Academy 17-0. Touch of Gold Band is on the way for you next. This is Denison Yellow Jacket Football at 101.7 KIKM. Cowan Hobson back deep along with Kenyon Taylor, both standing back at about the 5-yard line for Robert Lay's kickoff. Not a whole lot of wind out here tonight, a little bit. Blowing across the field. Lay's kickoff is end over end and deep, and Taylor's going to take it about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Brings it out. He's only at about the 5-yard line, and then he runs backwards. Chase Archer makes the tackle inside the 5-yard line as Kenyon Taylor got it out to about the 10 and then retraces his steps a little bit, Jay.
Wow, man, I tell you what, Robert Flay is just killing me. I love it. He is booting in the end zone, and that's going to be part of the best part of their special teams. I'm sorry, Kenny. I just got the giggle box going here.
That's okay.
Son. I tell you though, that's great, because if they can kick it in the end zone half the time, the teams are going to stop running it out of there. But hey, we hope they keep running it out, because if we can get the ball them pinned inside their own 5 like this a couple of times, as good as the Jacket defense is, they're in trouble.
1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line. Thanks again to Mike Bennett helping us out on some stats tonight. Gary OJ back at the Kickoff Studios. Manning the board back there. 17-0. Jackets lead this ball game. Chad White's going to run the option. Now he's going to turn it up, and he's got some room out across the 20. He could go. He needs to be caught from behind. He's out to about the 35-yard line, and a host of Jackets bring him down there. Jamal Hull, one of those guys. Paul Howard leading the charge. Credit Paul Howard with the stop, but not before a nice gain. 38-yard pickup for Chad White.
Here comes the balls, Kenny.
Where, man?
They're flying. Now,
Come on, we want a ball. Oh, those are wuss throws.
We're going to have to talk to him this week.
They're not throwing them very hard right now. 1st and 10 for the Marine Military Academy after that 38-yard pickup. They're at their own 41. They hand it off this time off tackle left side. Gain of about 3. Paul Howard again, the first one on the stop. That was number 22, Timothy Lavoie, on the carry. He picks up
about 3 there.
Yeah, we'll give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock running, 10:54 to play, 3rd quarter, 17-0. Denison leads the Marine Military Academy from Harlingen. We'll set the Jacket defense for you after this play. Chad White running the option, looking to pitch. Now he's turning it up, but Michael Phelps has a hold of his jersey. Nice play for him, a loss of a yard that time. Michael Phelps with the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and Chad White loses a yard on that one.
Again, that looked like another one of those times when they're going out to run the option, Kenny, the fullback is right in Chad White's face. If he stretched his arm out to pitch the ball, he's going to forearm his fullback in the face. There's just no room. You can't run the option like that. You got to spread it out a little bit more.
3rd down and 8. Ball on their own 43-yard line from Marine Military Academy. Chad White is going to hand it this time, and a pretty good gain, a pickup of about 7, close to a 1st down right at the midfield stripe. That was number 21, Hobson. Ronnie Braxton makes a stop for the Jackets. Pickup of 7 there for Hobson. And they're going to measure here, and I can tell he's short. Matter of fact, it's not even close. He's about a yard short. Really don't know what they're measuring here, Pancake.
Well, I don't either there. The ball's touching the line, and this chain is not touching the line. Why do they measure it?
Yeah, it's a good football length or so short of a 1st down.
Yeah.
It'll be 4th down here again. Ball right at the midfield stripe, so it looks like the Marine Military Academy will go for it again. Last time they went for it on 4th down, well, they never actually went for it because they had a false start, moved them back 5, and they went ahead and decided to punt. Neither team is converted on 3rd down tonight, and I guess neither team's converted on 4th down. I guess no one's even tried on 4th down yet. This would be the... Well, they tried one time and they had them offsides or legal procedure. 4th down and about half a yard from the Marine Military Academy. Wishbone look behind White. He's going to hand it right up the middle. 1st down for the Academy. That's number 22, Timothy Lavoie. Didn't get it by much. Only gains about 2. Michael Phelps again makes a stop for the Jackets, but not after a Leatherneck 1st down. .9:20 left to play, 3rd quarter from Munson Stadium. Thanks for joining us for Yellow Jacket football on Kick'em. Across the front line defensively, Aaron Hunt, Adam Chaucho, the defensive ends, Michael Phelps, and Andrew Keener, the defensive tackles. Chad White barking out the signals for the Marine Military Academy. 1st and 10 from the Jacket 49. Screen pass. Out to number 21, that's Hobson. He's got some room down the sideline. 30, 25, 20. Finally brought down from behind at the 15-yard line, actually about the 16. That's Aaron Hunt.
He's fast, Kenny. Hobson, he just outran some folks out there on that one. Aaron Hunt, fortunate to catch it from behind, and Aaron Hunt looks like he maybe shaking up a little bit. He's shaking his left arm a little bit, but he's going to stay in the game.
32-yard pickup on the screen pass.
He may have just landed on his arm coming around there.
So far, the Marine Military Academy's come out the second half, marching the ball right down the field. They've got it 1st and 10 now at the Yellow Jackets 17-yard line. Reggie Batiste split out wide right. Wishbone look behind Chad White. He's going to run it. He's going to keep it. And Josh Gibson hits him hard behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play by big number 12, Josh Gibson, the Yellow Jacket senior, who hasn't had a whole lot of playing time the last couple of years, Jay, because of injuries. And if he can stay healthy this year, he is going to contribute immensely to this Yellow Jacket defense.
Oh, yeah. And that time he just came flying across the pile over everybody, over all the blocking, and made a great play.
We'll call it no gain, 2nd down and 10.
Tell you what, they're looking. I mean, we've had no penalties on this drive so far. A rare occurrence tonight for the Marine Military Academy.
Jacket linebackers are Tim Bilbrey, Josh Gibson, and Paul Howard. Chad White keeping it again on the option, and Josh Gibson stops him again. This time behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of about a yard, as it looked like Chad White wanted to pitch it, but Josh Gibson was had him wrapped up a little too quickly, and there wasn't anything Chad White could do except tuck the ball down to keep him fumbling. And it's a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 11 now for the Leathernecks.
Well, I tell you what, Josh Gibson's making the good fundamental plays too. He's hitting with his shoulders and wrapping up. He's not just trying to hit him and knock him down. He is holding on after he makes the initial hit. Daniel
Vogel is the Jackets rover. Antoine Duncan and Jamal Hull are the corners, and Ronnie Braxton is the free safety for Denison. Chad White, 5-step drop. He's throwing to the corner, and Jamal Hull falls down, so he just drags down Reggie Batiste. Jamal Hull is having a little trouble with Batiste tonight, and another pass interference call against Molly, and that's going to be a Marine Military Academy 1st down.
Well, I was watching Batiste that time, Kenny. When they were going out there, he and Jamal Hull were bumping into each other, and really Batiste kind of bumped into him, and Jamal Hull fell down. And that's what caused, then when he fell down, he kind of took him down. He took Batiste down with him. So I think this could go against the offense. I don't know if it was a push or not, but.
No, it's against Molly on the defense. Jamal Hull, by the way, that's his nickname. We got a little inside scoop on Molly. So that'll be an automatic 1st down.
Inside the 5.
Yeah. Puts them down at about the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for the Marine Military Academy at the Denison Yellow Jacket 2-yard line. Harrison split out wide right. They're going to give it right up the middle. That's number 22, Lavoie. And the Jackets have stripped the football. Are they going to give it to him, or are they going to say his forward progress was stopped? And they're going to say it's 2nd down.
And that's probably right, because he didn't move forward.
Josh Gibson makes a stop, and he also comes away with the football. Give him no gain there, and it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 2. Clock running, 6.5 minutes to play third quarter, and the Academy has had the ball this entire third quarter so far, all 6.5 minutes of it. Second down, a goal from the 2. Chad White up under center. Reggie Batiste split out wide left with a wishbone look behind him. He's going to give it off tackle. That's number 21, Callan Hobson. He is in for the Leatherneck touchdown, and it is now 17-6, Yellow Jackets.
Oh, nice little play there. Huge hole on the left-hand side of the line there. And Callan Hobson just bounces right through for the TD.
Well, the Jackets have got to make something happen somewhere there defensively, Jay. I mean, they just had the ball for 6 minutes and 51 seconds on that drive.
And how about for about 96-7 yards?
Yeah, exactly. They started out on their own 3-yard line. That's a 97-yard touchdown drive for the Marine Military Academy.
Nice drive they put together there coming off of halftime, and then they needed to have it. If they felt like they could get back into this game, they had to have something coming out right off the bat.
They're going to go for 2 here. Hairston split out wide left. Wishbone look behind Chad White as they go for 2 on the extra point. Chad White tucks it up on the option. He dives in, and the extra point is good. 6:09 to play, third quarter. Denison Yellow Jackets 17. The Marine Military Academy Leathernecks 8. We're back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment at 101.7 KIKM. Adrian Patton set to kick it off. Antoine Duncan, one of those men deep. End over end kick. It is taken on a bounce at the 13-yard line by Antoine Duncan. He has got some room again, but he's taken down. Big hit. Looked like he had more room than that. Just Jonathan Chapman lays Antoine Duncan out at about the 26-yard line, and the Jackets will take over 1st and 10 right there. Antoine Duncan looks a little dazed. They might give him a breather here. He and Coach Brown are out talking now, about 3 or 4 yards on the field.
Well, that's enough of a breather for him. Yeah, he's going back in, eh?
I think Coach Brown's attitude is, I went over to interview Coach Brown this morning for the interview, and, I told him that I woke up this morning. Wait a minute here, we've got a penalty, it looks like. We missed out on something.
Yeah, we're doing this again, but keep telling me your story. We'll sort this out in a second.
I go over and interview Coach Brown this morning, and I tell him that I woke up this morning with about 102 fever, offside, by the way, against the Academy. Tell him I woke up with about 102 fever, and he really didn't seem real sympathetic. Basically, it was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, buddy.
Shut up, do your job, get out of my face, and let's just get on with this thing.
Yeah, Coach Brown, not necessarily known to be one of the guys that's real easily, not real emotional, let's put it that way, in a sensitive sort of way. Antoine Duncan takes this one at the 14. He's got some room this time. Cuts it outside, 35, turns on the speed, 40, finally run out of bounds at about the 42-yard line by number 22, Timothy Lavoie, but a good run this time by Antoine Duncan. And that's we talked about that, as a matter of fact, in the interview with Coach Brown at the first of the game, Jay, that speed would be one of the keys here for the Jackets to, oh, now there's another penalty. I'm missing flags here all over the place. Coach Brown's irate about this one.
This one obviously is against Denison. I'll back it way up.
Flipping.
Yeah.
Against the Jackets, that'll back them up 15.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give the wrong impression about Coach Brown either, what I was saying a while ago.
Oh, no.
Shut up. He's just a hard worker, and he expects a lot out of his people, and obviously he didn't say that to you, but...
Well, and there's different kinds of coaches. There's the kind that are just, the real friendly kind that are going to pat you on the back, and then there's the kind that say, hey, let's get out here and get the job done.
That's right.
And he's been to 2 state championships in a row doing it his way. Jackets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Chris Robertson's got it running left, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Not a whole lot of room there after he broke those tackles. Picks up about 4 to the 25-yard line.
I like the way he came out of the backfield, Kenny. Did you see him come out of the backfield? He came out of there hugging that ball.
Yeah.
Both hands, both arms wrapped around the ball. And until he made contact. He made his first contact with somebody, and then he switched to hands. It was just right.
Matt O'Shea makes a tackle, and here's some bad news for the Marine Military Academy as we look out at Callan Hobson, number 21, playing free safety for him, and he is in some serious pain, laying down at about the 35-yard line. Looks like they're playing with his right knee. Not a real good sign for Cowan Hobson and the Marine Military Academy, and he's definitely one of their big-time fellows. Cowan Hobson has 13 carries for 47 yards. He leads the way on the ground for the Academy. Denison from their own 25-yard line. Cowan Hobson was carried off the field, unable to walk under his own power. We'll see if we can't get an update on him. Jackets are going to run the ball. They're running the option here. Terrence Riddick turns it up. He's got some room outside the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Looks like enough for a Yellow Jacket first down, a pickup of 7 for Terrence Riddick. First time he's held on to the football tonight to carry it. Charles Akinyemi on the tackle for the Marine Military Academy, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Jackets from their own 32-yard line. Two tight ends here. Antoine Duncan set up as a wing, just off Michael Pugh's hip. They're going to give it to Chris Robertson off tackle to the right side. He's hitting the backfield. Nice defensive play. That's the big boy, number 11, Kenneth Spencer. He's 6'1", 260 pounds, and a senior. And we'll give a gain of, actually we'll call that no gain. It'll be 2nd down to 10 for the Jackets.
McKinney, it'll be interesting to see if Denison's just going to go to the ground game here for the second half and just kind of try to wind this thing out, or if they're going to continue with their air assault that they had going in the first half.
Bashari Turner comes in motion. Pitch out left side. Chris Robertson dives over the pile just to get a few yards. Again, that's Kenneth Spencer on the stop. After a pickup of about 2 there for Chris Robertson, up to about the 34.
Well, if they're going to pass, this is going to be the time they're going to need to do it. Here we got, what, 3rd and 8?
3rd down and 8. I tell you, you might want to bring out that screen pass again. They tried it earlier and the ball was tipped, and they hadn't really tried one since then.
And maybe that little shuttle pass or that, you know, inside reverse to Antoine Duncan.
Jamal Hall and Duncan split out wide right, and they're going to fake it this time. Riddick's going to throw. He's going deep to the right side. And he had a man open if he could have thrown it just far enough. Antoine Duncan was down there, and he was behind his man. Ball was underthrown a little bit. A nice defensive play by number 15, Arthur O'Shea, and it falls incomplete. And the Jackets will have to punt the football. Not necessarily the pass play I was looking for there, though.
No, but you know, the 2 scrimmages, Terrence Riddick's thrown that ball well. And Antoine did have him beat, but these guys are just tall.
Charles Akinyemi back deep from Michael Pugh's punt. It's a low line drive, takes a jacket roll, and it ends up being a pretty nice punt. Rolls out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
46-yarder.
About 15 of that on the roll.
It doesn't matter how it gets down there.
I guess there's a flag down. Jay, are my eyes just that bad? Am I never seeing flags?
I think they're throwing grass-colored flags right now because I sure don't see any down there either.
Man, I know I need new contacts. These are getting a little old.
Yeah.
Got deposits on them and stuff, but they're not so bad that I can't see what's going on. Denison 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Terrence Riddick after that pass now 3 for 9, 57 yards. 3:28 to play here in the 3rd quarter as Smith Holder. Well, it's Yellow Jacket football. He really didn't give us, I don't understand what he was doing there. He said he gave the loss of down signal.
And he gave the first down signal.
Yeah.
For Denison. But it was 4th down. If you lose you down there, you're just through.
Okay, I think that's just a legal participation signal he gave there.
All
I
right.
don't know if he's necessarily giving it right. I think it's supposed to be up here on top of the head, and he's giving it behind it. Anyway.
Well, that is, we just
probably
can't
12,
see it right.
Probably 12 men on the field. Nevertheless, they move it up.
It's a first down.
And the Jackets have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. 3:28 to play 3rd quarter. Jacket offense back out there. 2 tight ends, Antoine Duncan split out wide right. Offset eye behind Terrence Riddick. Ronnie Braxton, the fullback, comes in motion, fakes it to Chris Robertson. He wants to throw. He's got Braxton open, and it's a little overthrown. It goes off of Braxton's hand. He was open. Kenneth Spencer on the coverage for the Leathernecks. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Everybody was open that time, too. Aaron Hunt wide open in the middle, waving his arms around. Michael Pugh also downfield open. Tim Bilbrey and Nick Bowers going in the game here.
Second down 10, Jackets from their own 49-yard line. Tim Bilbrey comes split out wide left. Nick Bowers wide to the right, offset eye behind Riddicks. Robertson dotting that eye. Riddick pitch out right side. Chris Robertson across midfield, breaks a tackle, 45. Couple of juke moves. He's close to a first down. Nice run by Chris Robertson. He picks up about 9 on the carry. And that was all Chris Robertson, Jay. He had a hole at the line of scrimmage, but that was only for about 3 or 4 yards. And then the other 6 yards was all on his own. We'll give him a gain of 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
He's having to work for the yards he's getting tonight.
Yeah, he is.
It's not coming with the big, huge holes, except for a couple times.
2 tight ends and a full house backfield. Robertson's got it running left. He's got all kinds of daylight. 35, 30, 25. He could go 15, 10, 5. Yellow Jacket touchdown. Chris Robertson. A 43-yard touchdown run, and it's 23-8 Yellow Jackets.
I guess next time we want a touchdown, we'll just talk about how hard he's working and how there aren't any holes for him to get through, and boom.
He didn't have to work for that one at all. That was just wide open for him.
Yeah, it was great blocking left side of the line. Did a great job blocking there. Is that Shane Yeargan, Kyle Sylvester over there? Man, that's great.
Full house backfield of Ronnie Braxton and Bashari Turner opening up holes, leading the way. And the Jackets are going to do the old swinging gate, and they're going to go for 2. And Chris Robertson runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Jackets line up in a swinging gate on every extra point. Andrew Keener, the deep snapper, just throws the snap over. You don't have to go between your legs as long as it's one smooth motion, and they flip it on over, and Chris Robertson runs it in for the 2-point conversion. 2:36 to play in the 3rd quarter. Denison 25, the Leathernecks 8. We're back with Yellow Jacket football in a moment. 101.7 KIKM. They didn't know what to do. Robert Lay to kick it off. He's got it teed up at the 40. Low line drive kick this time by Robert Lay, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for the touchback. And the Leathernecks will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Kenny, I don't know this. I'm going to say it, but I don't know it. That may be the first touchback I've seen the Denison Yellow Jackets have.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. We may have had a couple last year just on bouncing kicks because
could have been.
Rod Gunner usually was kicking them off low line drivers and squibbers, and might have had a few bounce over a head or 2. 1st and 10 for the Marine Military Academy. They're at their own 20-yard line. 25-8. Denison leads the Leathernecks. Again, Cowan Hobson out of the game with a bum knee for the Leathernecks. He was their leading rusher. Here's a handoff right up the middle, and Jay, the Leathernecks going to have to do more than that if they want to get back in this ball game. Credit Paul Howard with the stop. That's Lavoie on the carry. Timothy Lavoie will give him a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to have to put the ball in the air. That's going to help them conserve time, and it's going to hopefully give them some bigger chunks of yards if they're going to try to do anything here.
5 carries, only 1 yard for Lavoie. He is split out wide right this time. And Chad White's rolling to his right. He's going to throw. He's going to throw deep. That's Harrison. Number 82, Barry Harrison, the intended receiver. That one thrown well out of bounds. No way that Harrison could catch that football. Ronnie Braxton on the coverage for the Jackets. And it'll be 3rd down and 9.
And Chad White kind of limping a little bit there. I don't know if he maybe twisted his ankle or maybe got hurt down there.
Well, I don't know that he twisted on the field. Man, we talked about it before the game, Jay. This may be the best we've ever seen.
Oh, the field looks great.
Field look out here.
It is looking great. Yeah, we have a flag down out there I guess that's against the Marine Military Academy.
Here, no, every time he says it, the Marine Military Academy.
Well, it just sounds so official. I can't say the Leathernecks. That's just...
It's a dead ball foul. They back them up. You might have heard that over the PA system. Sherman leads Lawton MacArthur 14-0 in the 4th quarter at Bearcat Stadium. 3rd down and 20 for the Leathernecks here from their own 10-yard line. Cowan Hobson is back in the game. He split out wide left. And they're throwing deep, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. The Jackets' Marcus Walker had a chance to pick that ball off, and then it's almost caught by Cowan Hobson. I'm sorry, it was almost caught there by number 84, David Foster. After the pass was almost intercepted by Walker. First of all, should have been intercepted by Walker, then should have been caught by the Leathernecks. Nevertheless, falls incomplete, and the Academy's going to have to punt it away. Jackets should have some really nice field position here.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Jacket defense tried to go for a block down in here. They got him pinned deep back.
Well, you know, we usually have two guys back here deep. We've only got one. DeJuan Gentry standing back at 45.
Oh, there's a safety.
And that's a safety. Ball is snapped way over the head of the punter, number 41, Elliott Campbell, and that is 2 points for the Jackets. Minute 34 to go here now in the third quarter, and we're going to have a free kick coming up by the Academy. Denison 27, the Marine Military Academy 8. We're back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment at 101.7 KIKM.
1:34 to play, third quarter, 27-8 now your score. The Jackets lead the Leathernecks of the Marine Military Academy. And Kenny, you know what I saw there during the break? I saw Mr. Murphy from Murphy's Law. Everything's going wrong right now, but the faucet is open and the water is coming out in big-time gallons on them, but they're drowning over there.
Well, you know, actually, that might not have been, they seemed really upset about that, but not necessarily a bad thing because they just gave up 2 points, and they're going to free kick now. Elliott Campbell punts it. Antoine Duncan takes it. Fair catch called.
Man, you know Antoine Duncan didn't want to fair catch that ball. He was instructed to do that.
Well, I don't necessarily know that he's instructed. Bob Brown's about 4 or 5 yards out on the field.
Well, yeah, you're right there.
He doesn't seem real happy. And you got to understand his complaint. I don't know what the situation there was, but the speed we have, this Denison team has a chance to return every single kickoff and every single punt for a touchdown, and you don't want to see a fair catch.
And we saw it last year several times on special teams. We'd come out and just have huge returns, and that set up a lot of offensive drives for us.
Especially in the playoffs. Jackets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. A minute 29 to play in the ball game. Duncan split out wide left, 2 tight ends and an offset eye behind Riddick. Pitch out left side, that's Robertson. He's got room again. He's across the 40 to the 41, a gain of about 9 yards for Robertson. Brought down by number 21, Cowan Hobson, and also 31, Benjamin Jacobs. Robertson now 12 carries. He's over the century mark with 106 yards. Just one of, I'm thinking, many 100-yard games for Chris Robertson.
He could go all season.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy. And Denison stays, you know. If Denison's running away with the games, though, you got to question leaving him in sometime, you know.
Jackets have twins wide right. That's Bowers and Bilbrey. Counterplay to Chris Robertson. Not a whole lot going on here. Matter of fact, he might have lost a yard on that one. Back at the 40, it will be a loss of 1 for Chris Robertson. Big number 77, Matt O'Shea. He's 6 foot, 210 pounds, and a freshman.
I don't know if he looks 6 foot though. Can he look at him?
No, he really doesn't, does he?
No, he looks like 5'8" and about 250.
Yeah. Third down and a long 2 for the Jackets from their own 40-yard line. 2 tight ends. Antoine Duncan set out on a wing. They're going to give it to Ronnie Braxton on the counter this time, and absolutely nothing doing.
Looks like no gain there.
Jonathan Chapman makes the stop along with number 71, Justin Terveen. And we are through 3 quarters. It'll be 4th down for the Jackets. When we come back, probably going to have to punt the football away. We're through 3 quarters at Munson Stadium. Denison 27, the Marine Military Academy 8. We're back with Yellow Jacket football in a moment at 101.7 KIKM. But I got a call from some gentleman who said he was the dad of the quarterback for the Academy. I don't know if it was Chad White or somebody else, but didn't get a chance to make that phone call. That was later on this afternoon. Michael Pugh punts it away. This one's nice. High kick, spiraling, bounces at about the 25, going to roll out of bounds at about the 20. Gorgeous kick from Michael Pugh.
40-yarder.
40-yarder for Michael Pugh, and he has done a good job punting tonight.
Oh, absolutely. After that first little miscue there.
The first one he tried to kick toward the sidelines, and he got it off the side of his foot. Since then, he's had, what, 41, 46, and 40 or something like that?
Yeah, and a 30-yarder.
And a 30-yarder, so Michael Pugh doing a good job punting the football for the Jackets, and the Academy has it 1st and 10.
And that's a much improved facet of the game for the Yellow Jackets compared to last year, Kenny. You know, last year was just an adventure every week when we punted.
1st and 10 for the Marine Military Academy. They're at their own 20-yard line. Chad White is the quarterback. Chad White is 6'1", 190 pounds. Offset eye behind him. Twin split out wide right. White rolling to his right. Nothing to do there. Aaron Hunt hits him in the backfield, and Chad White is dropped for a loss. Credit Paul Howard with the sack after Aaron Hunt, and Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps with the sack. That's a huge loss all the way back to the 14-yard line.
And a 6-yard.
So a loss of 6. And Chad White just nothing to do there, Jay. He rolls out to his right a little bit, and by the time he was out there,
yeah,
he's in the grasp.
Yeah, there's nothing much he can do right now. The Jackets are swarming.
Clock running, 11-12 to play in the ball game. Batee split out wide left. Lavoie split out wide right. Chad White, 5-step drop. He's having to throw now. Screen pass intended for Cowan Hobson. Overthrows him a little bit, and he had some room down the left sidelines if he makes that catch, but he can't do it. It's incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm surprised Cowan Hobson's back in the game since they had to carry him out.
Yeah,
there.
He couldn't walk.
Yeah, he's back. I guess he's just their workhorse, man. Their hoss they got over there.
He's back without even a limp. 6 foot, 190 pounds, and a senior. Where's a size 10 shoe?
We do have the shoe sizes of any player on the team.
And the pant size, for that matter.
You know, we got it all here at
And
Kick 'em,
we'll tell you about Matt Desmarius here in a minute. 3rd down and 17 from the 13-yard line. Chad White, 5-step drop. Now he's going to roll to his right. Aaron Hunt's in his face, and he's going to throw it incomplete and out of bounds. Was intended for Harrison. Antoine Duncan intercepts it, but he's out of bounds, and it'll be 14. Matt Desmarius wears number 79. He's a senior, 6'4", 332 pounds. He wears an XXXXL pant and a 14.5 shoe. He's the biggest.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, well, see, we've got to say thanks to Mike Bennett. He calls down to Harlingen to get some of this information as much as they would give him. And, of course, they wouldn't give him a whole lot, but they sent him a roster with last names only. The Jackets call a timeout here. Last names only, jersey number, pant size, shoe size, class, height, weight, position. Anyway, Jackets have called a timeout. Let's take one with them. 10:54 to play in the ball game. 27-8, Jackets lead. We're back with Yellow Jacket football in a moment on Kick 'em. Elliott Campbell back to punt. DeJuan Gentry back deep. Jackets are coming. They almost block it. Jamal Hull had a chance. Gentry's going to take it at the 48. Got room down the right sideline. 30, 25, inside the 20, 15, and finally ran out of bounds by the punter at the 11-yard line. DeJuan Gentry. 37-yard punt return. They're marking him down at the 10, make it the 38-yard punt return for DeJuan Gentry. And Josh Gibson is slow getting up. He's going to hobble off the field. Jay, that could just be a cramp the way he's walking.
Could be. I hope it is. I want to see old Josh get to play this season. He's been awesome tonight.
Well, the Jackets knocking on the door after a huge punt return from DeJuan Gentry. He's the junior, another one of those guys that will contribute. By the way, he is Terrence Riddick's backup if that's ever needed. 1st and 10 for the Jackets just outside the 10-yard line. Robertson's got it running left, and not a whole lot there. Has a little bit of a hole. Gain of about 3 to about the 8-yard line for Chris Robertson. Randy Hebert makes the stop for the Academy.
I'll tell you what, that didn't even look like a gain of 3 to me, but I mean, that's what it went down for, but he just went up in there, and you know, it kind of, the pile stopped, and there he was 3 yards forward. He just powers them.
Full house backfield this time behind Riddick with 2 tight ends. That's Michael Pugh and Aaron Hunt. Now there's a stoppage of play.
telling you, Chris Robertson's just a lot bigger this year. He's definitely hit the weight room during the off season. He's a strong guy now. Just a lot bigger. Didn't look like he lost any speed with the bulk he put on there, Kenny, but he's just going to run people over this year, drag them with him.
And the Leathernecks here call a timeout. They're not going to the sidelines. They've got an injured player.
Yeah, it's an official timeout there on the field till they get him off.
That's Callan Hobson again. That may just be cramps for him, although it seems kind of weird the way they're carrying him over there. 7 for the Jackets, almost second and goal. They can get a first down, but it'll be inside the 1. Jackets come to the line of scrimmage quickly. Full house backfield with Bashari Turner and Ronnie Braxton as the fullbacks. Robertson cuts it up inside, runs over the man at the goal line for the Yellow Jacket touchdown. Chris Robertson, an 8-yard touchdown or a 7-yard touchdown run. And the Jackets lead 33-8, and Chris Robertson had one man to beat it about the 1-yard line, Jay, and that one man was not going to keep him from getting in the end zone.
No, sir. He just flat pancaked that fella, as you would call it.
Robert Lay in to try the extra point. They bring the swinging gate over this time.
I don't think the Leathernecks were ready for it that time. They were over there defending it.
Josh Gibson to hold. Snap is back, it's down. Robert Lay's kick is up, and it's good. Exactly 10 minutes to play in the ball game, and this one's getting a little out of hand. Denison 34, the Marine Military Academy 8. We're back with more Yellow Jacket football in a moment at 101.7 KIKN.
On that extra point, Kenny, I saw the Leathernecks lost a little enthusiasm. They just kind of stood up when the ball was snapped, and there was really no rush.
Robert Lay to kick it off. It's high. It's taken at about the 9-yard line by Akinyemi. He's got a little room out across the 20 to about the 23, and a flag flies in late. Adam Chaucho makes the stop for the Jackets.
And the flag went flying there.
And a block in the back against the Marine Military Academy on the return. Actually, it didn't go flying quite as well as he wanted it to, I don't think.
No, but my man, he took it back as a wind-up, man, like really Nolan Ryan, but he was up.
The back judge was back here at about the 40-yard line. Whips it out of his pocket, reared back, tried to chunk it into the pile at about the 25. Only gets to about the 35.
Yeah.
Caught it up in the wind.
That's right. Yeah, the strong wind we got going here. Looks like about 5.
Well, it's blowing a little
10,
more now than
maybe
it was.
5 to 10. Oh, you're right. I'll give you that. Kenny with the wet finger test out the window here.
But the Marine Military Academy will take it 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Chad White up under center. Barking out the signals. 3-step drop. Then hands it on the draw play up the middle. That's Lavoie, number 22. He's got a little bit of room. Turns it into a little bit more. Pickup of about 7. DeJuan Gentry on the stop for the Jackets as he's now in at free safety. Pick up a 7 there for Lavoie. And it's 2nd down to 3 from the 20. We'll see if we get any other substitutions in there. We'll try to update them for you. Marcus Walker is in at left corner. Derek McDade also in at a cornerback. White's going to throw the little screen pass. What a weird looking play to Lavoie, but he's got a first down and a little bit more.
That was the weirdest play I've seen tonight. He threw the screen pass and then he was the lead blocker for the screen pass. That was weird.
Marcus Walker makes the stop after a pickup of about 8 yards. Yeah, he just kind of, that was strange. He just lobs it out there, then becomes the lead blocker.
That is some weird, some funky stuff, some weird things.
That's some really weird and wild stuff. 1st and 10 for the Leathernecks from their own 28-yard line. Akinyemi split out wide left. Chad White's going to pitch it to the left. That's Lavoie on the run, breaks a tackle. He's across the 25, 30, finds a little room to the 34, and all of a sudden Timothy Lavoie is turning on a little bit of speed and showing a little talent.
You know, it'd be easy as a fan of Denison, Kenny, to really take the defense for granted because we were just dominating.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the 197-yard drive or whatever, but you know, when push comes to shove, we just, like on that play, everybody was on top of them there. There was nowhere to go.
Gain of 6 there for Lavoie. It'll be second down and a short 4 just outside their own 34-yard line. Batee and Akinyemi split out wide left as twins. Chad White, 5-step drop. He's going to throw over the middle. It's well overthrown, and it's intercepted. DeJuan Gentry, and he runs out of bounds at the 36. DeJuan Gentry just playing center field. That ball intended for number 5, Charles Akinyemi. And DeJuan Gentry gets his first interception of the year. And a 1-yard return on it, and the Jackets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. It's a good job. Good job by DeJuan Gentry reading. As a matter of fact, DeJuan Gentry looks like he's going to stay in at quarterback here.
Yeah, he should. It's time to change everybody out. When I was watching Chad White, Kenny, he had all kinds of time. The protection was good. The pocket was there. I mean, it just really looked good. And he threw that ball. He had 2 guys over there, and Denison had 3.
DeJuan Gentry, pitch out, right side. And there's plenty of running room here for number 23, Lewis Hubert. And there's a flag down in the backfield. Lewis Hubert in at tailback for the Jackets. He wears number 23. He's a junior. Holding against the Yellow Jacket offense. Same offensive line still in there right now for the Jackets. And they'll back them up 10. That's Eddie Baker and Shane Yergin at the tackles. Kyle Sylvester and Chase Archer at the guards. Chad Carlett at the center spot. Antoine Duncan brings in the play. First down and 19 for the Jackets from their own 28-yard line. Lewis Hubert is the tailback again. Pitch out to him, left side from Gentry. Can't break away in the backfield from number 56, Adrian Patton. No gain there for Hubert. 7:20 to play here in the ball game. 34-8. The Jackets lead the Leathernecks. Texarkana, Texas High comes into town next week. Don't forget about that one. You don't want to miss it. We'll have all the action for you starting with the Trophy Honda Mazda Bob Brown Show at 7:10 a week from tonight. Second down and 19. Ball's at the 29-yard line. Full house backfield behind DeJuan Gentry. He's going to give it to Antoine Duncan, who was lined up in that backfield. He's got some room. 40 all the way out to about the 44-yard line. Jackets had so far to go for a first down. Pickup of about 14 there for Antoine Duncan.
Nice little run.
Yeah. All the way out to the 44.
Well, did you see him trying to set that guy up for the big juke out there? Kind of give him the old stop and go.
Third down and the long 4 for the Jackets. Full house backfield. Pitch out right side. That's Lewis Hubert. 45 midfield. Hubert's got some room all the way into Leatherneck territory down to the 38-yard line, and that's a Yellow Jacket first down.
You know, Kenny, we commented on him at both scrimmage games. He really looked good.
Pickup of 18 there for Lewis Hubert. And the Jackets have it 1st and 10 inside the Leatherneck 38-yard line. Yeah, he has. He's been real impressive. Lewis Hubert has. He's a junior. DeJuan Gentry right now and a quarterback, by the way, the only sophomore on the Jacket roster this year. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Bilbrey lined up as a wing. It's Hubert again, off tackle, right side. He's got some room again. Powers his way inside the 30, close to another Yellow Jacket first down at the 29. He's going to be about a yard short. Pickup of 9 there for Lewis Hubert. And it'll be second down and 1. I think the old Marine Military Academy's just kind of out of gas.
Yeah, they out of gas, they out of fumes, they're out of it all over there.
2 tight ends, including Adam Chaucho is one of those tight ends. Full house backfield, pitch out right side. Lewis Hubert He's got enough for a first down after a pickup of 2, but nowhere to go after that. Hit hard by number 45, Greg James.
That was quite a stick.
And Josh Gibson up limping again. He's having all kinds of trouble with these cramps. That's a Yellow Jacket first down, a pickup of only 1 there for Lewis Hubert, but that's enough for a first down. Inside the Leatherneck 28-yard line. Clock running, 5 minutes to go, 4th quarter. This is Yellow Jacket football on 101.7 KIKM Denison Sherman. 1st and 10, 2 tight ends and an offset eye, and end around to Duncan, but I don't think that's how it was supposed to work.
Well, they weren't planning on dribbling it, that's for sure. They bounced it on the ground a couple times.
A loss of 3 there.
Antoine Duncan had great composure to really just keep his cool, get the ball back, and then just, take a minimal loss.
I think what the situation there is, Jay, I think Dewan Gentry, not used to, by the way, there's an injured Leatherneck on the play. Dewan Gentry's not used to running that play, and I think he's supposed to make a couple fakes, and he's supposed to step back a couple of yards and make that handoff. I think Gentry was expecting Duncan to be a little closer to the line. He doesn't work with the first team offense in practice. He probably doesn't work with Antoine Duncan a whole lot. 2 tight ends, a full house backfield. Lewis Hubert cuts it outside. He's got some room, 30, and then that room shuts down. Nice play of using some speed and coming up to make the stop. That's Charles Akinyemi. After a pickup of 3 by Lewis Hubert, gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down. This is when you know things are good, when you got guys like Ronnie Braxton, Chris Robertson, Josh Gibson, and Daniel Vogel sitting over here on the bench just relaxing.
Doing a little chatting.
Yeah. Talking about Texas High. Actually, probably not. Probably talking about the cheerleaders.
Yeah, there you go. They're still in high school, buddy.
Dewan Gentry pitch out to Lewis Hubert. And nice defensive play again. That time it's Kenneth Spencer. Hubert only picks up about a yard that time. I believe there might be there's a flag down. I can actually see this one, Jay.
Yeah, got it on the 28.
That's a chop block by the Jackets, and Jay, they were called for that like 2 or 3 times last week against Plano East, and Coach Brown was really upset about it. And they get called for it again here. Basically what the call is one of the Jacket linemen, or maybe even someone else, is engaged up high with a defender. And while they are engaged up high, somebody else comes in and tries to cut the legs out from that defender, and that is illegal. And they were called for that 2 or 3 times last week.
Yeah, a lot of times though, when that happens, it's unintentional.
Yeah.
They're engaged and they may fall or be knocked into them, but it's still, you got to call it. So
3rd down and a long way for the Jackets here. 24, they give it on the inside handoff. That's Antoine Duncan. He's got some room. He needs to cut outside. He's inside the 20-yard line, and if he keeps going there, Jay, if he doesn't try to cut it back in for some yards, he might have the first down. He needed about 3 more. Pickup of about 21 there for Antoine Duncan. But he's just short of a first down, about 3 yards shy at about the 21. And Robert Lay looks like he's in to try a field goal here on 4th down. He's going to put the block down at about the 28, making it a 38-yard field goal attempt for Robert Lay. He's already hit on a 32-yarder tonight. Josh Gibson to hold. Andrew Keener's snap is back. It's down. Robert Lay's kick is up. It's wobbly, and it's off to the left. Just mishit that one a little bit. And Robert Lay's kick is no good. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the ball game. And the Jackets lead 34-8. Some of the Denison faithful start to head to the house. Wishbone look behind Chad White. He's going to give it to Akinyemi. Derek McDade makes a stop after a pickup of 3 to the 25-yard line. Also coming in now for the Jackets, number 41, Brandon Key. Number 18, Dell Davis, in at a corner. 58, Nate Pike, in at a linebacker for the Jackets. Marcus Walker is into the ball game, as well as Lewis Hubert, Derek McDade. I hope I'm not missing out on anybody. Jack Bogard is in at the defensive end. Pitch out right side. That's Akinyemi again, breaking some tackles.
Man, he looked like he was walking on hot coal over there. He was just a hopping and skipping, and he made it, you know, pretty good carry out of that.
Finally run out of bounds by Marcus Walker, as number 14, Michael Meeks, checks into the ball game. He's the third-string quarterback, by the way, if they ever need him. Oh, here we go. Vincent Elizondo in the ball game now.
Number 39, also Chris Brown.
Chris Brown has checked in for the Jackets. Hope we're not missing anybody for you. Yes, we are. Number 79, Ryan Merrill, has checked in at a defensive end for the Jackets.
He's a pretty big fellow there, Kenny.
Who, Merrill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty good-sized fella. He'll see some playing time before the season's over.
Yeah.
Third down and about a yard and a half for the Leathernecks. Handed up the middle to the big guy, Greg James, the fullback. He picks up 7 before he's brought down by Vincent Elizondo and Michael Meeks. That's a Leatherneck first down. Clock running, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the ball game. 34-8 Jackets.
All right, 84, Joel Tingle just checked in for the Jackets.
That's the first third down conversion of the game by either team. Greg James gets it again, absolutely nowhere to go on this one. Micah Meeks comes in to help out on the stop. First one in there is number 64, Junior Johnston, and he's got some size on him too. They talked about him. Jay gets a playing time this year as well, Junior Johnston.
Oh yeah.
Jackets have been lucky in the preseason and even here in this first game to not have any major injuries, forcing them to use some backups. I mean, if you think about it, Chris Robertson last year was the third-string tailback, and he rushes for over 1,900 yards. 80 J. Odom also into the ballgame now for the Jackets at a corner. Chad White, pitch out left side, absolutely nowhere to go there for number 23, Anthony Clark. He's brought down in the backfield by number 59, Ryan Hall. And also Ryan Merrill in on the stop.